Okay, we're going to design a world today. We have some colored pencils here. Two different colors of green, a couple colors of brown, a couple colors of blue. And we're going to label this Dragon, Evil, Alternate Universe. What I'm first going to do is draw an outline of an outline, a little island here. Now if you want to think about scale, this could be an island as big as, say, Hawaii, or you can go, say, something like a continent like Australia, or you can think of this island as big as you want as far as scale goes, or as small as you want. Think of a little island as small as like Martha's Vineyard or something around the coast. One simple way to do some mountains here, do a little triangle. And that's how we just do a little mountain tops. And then we just keep adding a few more. And then one over here, I want to make a little jagged corner here. Make that one stand out a little different from the other ones. So there you go, some simple mountain tops on your island there. The reason why I wanted to make that one a little different here is I'm going to make a little outline here. I'm going to color in a little dark here to kind of make it stand out, so someone knows it's a little cliff ledge up there on the top of this mountain. You have to think this is just for your own personal use for being a dungeon master, so this is kind of more of just get your ideas down on paper. It's kind of simple and don't need any kind of fancy programs you use. Next thing I want to do is add some trees. I'm grabbing a darker pencil here. So on some of the trees I have two different patterns for trees. Usually I just make little tiny triangles like this. You don't have to be too perfect. This is just to give yourself a little idea of what to put on your little map. I use this trees here to kind of represent more of a northern type of climate of trees. For more of the temperature you find up north. And just keep making little triangles, or little arrows, I guess, or kind of overlap some of them and just keep drawing them in there. And it kind of gives me a little map of some trees. And sometimes I might take some of this little brown pencil once I get to the tree line and just kind of put little see the beginnings of the forest there. I want the tree line to change into a little different set of trees here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a different lighter color pencil, and I'm just going to make like little clouds. And like how that was. I'm going to use a back to darker one here. Let that look a little different. But this is another way I draw trees. Just kind of do little scribbles around in a circle. I can kind of show a different type of forest. I like to try to keep my map simple. You're going to have to use your imagination a little bit more. Kind of wish I was a really good artist, but I'm not. This is kind of an old school way of drawing some trees on your map. And once again, I like to take the brown and put a little trees there. Start of the forest there. You know, it's a real simple way to make your maps in Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to take the blue pencil here and I'm going to make a little lake. A little freshwater lake. Kind of fill it in a little bit here in the light blue around the edges. This is a fantasy world here I'm creating. Take the darker pencil here to kind of show that it's getting maybe deeper here in the middle. I'm going to take the black. I'm actually going to draw a little dark section in the center there. That might be a secret portal or something like that. I'll go back to the green. I want the trees to go around my lake. So I make my little scribbly circle signs around here. And I might leave a little opening. Maybe there's a trail or something that you can get to the lake. And by doing this, you can kind of help create your little imaginary world for your characters to go into. Over here in the little woods here, I think I'm going to make a little hut. So I'm just going to make it stand out a little over exaggerated. You know, a little square, a little triangle on it, just a little symbolize a little shack out there in the woods. Maybe it's a shack full of vampires or something like that on this little island. We'll get to adding monsters later. I kind of like to think about it as I'm drawing the map of what I want to put on this little world. Get the black pencil here. Over here I want to create a little dock. Create a little line so it looks like a little pier goes out. Draw little circles for the little things that hold the pier up. You can see it's not really to scale. I don't like to draw my maps to scale. Depending on how powerful, your party is, you may want to say, hey, it's 6 days to the mountains, or 1 day to the mountain, or it could be 6 months to hike all the way across there, depending on how you want to make how big you want this island to be. A lot of it's just to point out little items on here where you can put things here. Like kind of a little cliff here, we might have a griffin nest up there or something like that. So maybe I'll put a little cave hole up there and that little mountaintop. Add in there as an afterthought. Also these trees here, kind of like them to go around the mountain. Make sure it looks like that. You're going to have to go through forest in order to get to it. So kind of making it look like so it's kind of like behind the mountain there. Add Got some more little trees. Kind of fill it in a little bit. You can see it's slowly coming along. We can go back to my little pier here. So in here, there's, of course, there's going to be a little town. I'll put a couple little buildings here. I draw little squares. And these little squares can be, individual houses, or it could represent, a block of houses, however big you want to make this scale. It's kind of just to give you a little idea of the little town that you're going to go into. You can make it to more of a scale where these actually represent individual buildings. Draw a little road here, maybe a little brown. And draw a little road that goes into the forest there, like that. Another thing I like to draw is swamps. So on swamplands, I make it look like a little sprout. Kind of like that. Swamp, marshland, little sprouts. I guess they look like little seagulls. I'll leave that the dark marsh. You can see you can slowly make an adventure out of this as you're drawing it, and think of the different monsters you want to put all over the island. Everything there could be a little separate adventure on its own. You don't need any kind of fancy programs to do these types of things. There's a lot of information you can just put there on yourself. A little lighter brown here. And put some hills over here. Mix this marsh. Oops. Grab a dark bit. So hills, I just kind of make little hills like that. Just little circular, little bumps. Make some wavy ones. And I'll do the same thing too. Put a little dark hole there. There's another little cave maybe there. Another portal to another world maybe. Grab that green pencil again here. I'll fill in a little bit more of the trees. I want some trees all around these hills too. Surrounded by trees. Make the road maybe covered around trees so the road actually goes through some trees as it gets closer. Make it a little more dense here. Just kind of little scribbles of green. Makes your trees. Grab a dark brown again here. And maybe I want to make some smaller cliffs here near the water side. And over here in the water, a little bit of waves. Here I'm going to put a little thing that looks like a little scribbly thing here. I'm going to make that like a mist wall. And that's my portal. That goes into my Dragon Even alternate universe. A little, maybe a magical mist that allows them in, but they'll have to find another way out of this universe. Put little scribblies there for the water. Get a little bit of blue. Scribble it in there. Oh, that's all water. And there we go. Little island world that we can start our adventures in and go from there. Thank you.